Hi, welcome to On My Shelf. Today I'm talking about how to set and smash a ridiculously impossible goal. This year I made it my goal to write 2 million words. I made this goal in January when I was struggling to find time at all to write because of all the responsibilities that it takes to run a house of 8, manage healthy relationships, and run a fledgling business. Honestly, I did not think it was possible to reach 2 million words because of kids and time and so many responsibilities and the fact that I don't have a clone. I just thought that this goal would set me firmly on my way to writing consistently and, I hoped, unceasingly. Not only that, but I wanted this goal to frame my year because I had decided beforehand that this was going to be a content year. I would create as much content as I possibly could so that it could be turned into books or blog posts or social media content or something that remained private, only for me and my family. When I reached NaNoWriMo, which is every year in the month of November, I only had about 30,000 words to go for this goal. So I decided to make it my goal to write 150,000 words on a series project in the month of November, including a whole week of sabbatical where I would not write at all. I wanted to take that year goal of 2 million words and smash it. I wrote 180,000 words on my project in November. Okay, that's great for me, but why am I telling you this? Because I believe you can do it too. Every year, as the old year is closing down and the new year is just beginning, I make a very comprehensive list of my goals for the next year. I do this with 2-year goals, and 3-year goals, and 5-year goals, although they're not quite as intricate as the yearly goals. But what these goals do for me is they frame an entire year and help me remember what it is I need to do to reach those goals. I keep my goals on cork boards that sit on my desk. Every day, before I start work, I review them. I have them broken down into year goals, quarter goals, month goals, week goals, and everything I do is framed by this. My goals have changed a little over the course of the year, and that's okay. It's important to start somewhere. Goals set us along the path to accomplishing what it is we really want to accomplish. So here are my best tips for making and accomplishing goals. 1. Think of what's realistically possible, and then add 20%. This one's really important. The first year I set goals, I set some really ridiculous ones, sort of like this word count goal. That's not bad, but if you're a person who is very goal motivated, it's probably not the best thing to do. I tend to shift and shape my goals throughout the year, but if you're the kind who dies hard to those goals, then you'll want to assess what is first realistically possible. How do you do this when you're a writer? Well, you have to keep pretty extensive notes on how much you can write in a certain amount of time. I know that if I'm writing a rough draft, I can write between 5,000 and 6,000 words in an hour, which means if I only have an hour every day, 5 days a week, what is realistically possible is 30,000 words a week or 1.5 million words a year. Add 20% and you have 1.9 million words for the year. I know that if I'm writing a final draft, that number falls to about 2,500 to 3,000 words in an hour. So the first thing you have to do in order to find out what's realistic is assess your own writing speed and what you'll be writing. It's also really important that you make your goals really concrete rather than abstract. Write on novel 1 for 1 hour every day is a much better goal than write sometime every day. 2. Make a plan. Once you've written down all your goals for the year, focus in on either the largest goal that will take the most amount of time or the goal that's farthest away. If you start with the largest goal, break it down into manageable steps and assign those steps to a month or a week or even a day if you want to get really detailed. Schedule it on your calendar, but don't forget to break that really big goal into smaller steps. This is one of the most important things you can do. If you decide to start with the goal that's farthest away, say at the end of next year, work your way backward and set smaller goals for each month. My goal document has a look ahead section where I can see what's coming in the next month and plan for that a month in advance. 3. Evaluate. Each week, husband and I have about an hour-long conversation about our goals for the quarter, our goals for the month, our goals for the next week. We ask each other questions about how we did in the last week working toward our goals, and what we can do differently in the coming week that will make us more efficient and focused. It helps to bounce all of this off each other and also have a partner in accountability, which leads me to my last point. 4. Invite someone into the process. It's really helpful to have someone to help you refine your goals. It could be a partner, a parent, a friend, whoever you want it to be. When you've jotted down some goals, set a meeting with someone else and offer to listen to their goals if they'll listen to yours. Sometimes the most creative things come out of meetings like this. Goals are one of the most important tools for a writer's business, so I hope you'll attempt to make your own ridiculous goal for the next year. And when you achieve it, be sure to let me know. I hope you've enjoyed this look at how to set goals and achieve them. Be sure to visit thiswriterlife.com to access my resource library and for more tips on writing and publishing within the context of being a parent. If you have any questions about the craft of writing, creativity, or publishing, leave them in the comments. For more on my shelf, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.